All right, function. So this week's programming, here's what it looks like. So Mondays is our Thanksgiving day, so you can make it in amazing. Today we're going to be working on our sumo stance box squats. So every 3 minutes we're going to do 5 reps, and the tempo is 3 seconds down, 1 second pause on the box, so sitting on the box, and then we're going to explode up on standing on the way up, and then we're going to take like a second or two at the top there. So for these today, you can do a kettlebell, dumbbell, or if it feels good with the bar and you want to play around with the bar today, go for it. But whatever feels the best for you. This is a wider stance squat and not as deep. So I'm going to challenge more of the speed and the power coming up on this one. So it'll be a fun one for you guys. And then our workout, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 sit-ups with walking lunges there. For you guys, I would say like we can knock the lunges down to just stationary lunges for 5 lunges for every 25 feet, and then reduce those sit-ups. Maybe cut these divided by 5, or reduce it by about 10 to 5 reps for each set. The idea is we're going to work on our lower body and our midline. So if you are challenging that lunge and challenging that sit up, that's the idea of today, because we want to hit those parts of the body today in this workout. And then going into our Wednesday workout, we're going to continue to work on our isometrics. So we're going to be getting those straps out and working on holding different positions, upper body, lower body, and our midline. The idea today is going to be focusing on yielding isometrics. So what that means is that we're trying to maintain a certain position and not trying to push past that position. So when we're doing our, let's say, our single arm horizontal pushes, I want you guys to be maintaining and trying not to let your partner pull you back. You're trying to hold that position, and your partner is going to kind of give you some of a little bit of a challenge, but not too much where you can't maintain the position. You want to be fighting to kind of hold it. So we're going to do different body parts, different areas, different angles, and challenge that, but we're focusing on yielding isometrics for today. The WOD after that is going to have that similar theme. So 15 minutes, we're going to go no push-up burpees for 10 reps, then a 15-second squat hold at halfway, 15-second push-up hold at halfway, and a 5-second ring row hold at halfway. So kind of like the workout Cindy, but we're just holding these positions this time for this workout. This is going to be challenging our muscle endurance because you're going to be spending a lot of time in those positions today. So expect to kind of feel the burn in the legs, upper body, as you do this one. The burpees are supposed to be more of a cardio stimulus to kind of get your body recycling that lactic acid from one round to another. So when you're doing those 10 no push-up burpees, just go at a steady pace there. Then going into our Thursday workout, we're going to work on our midline. So continuing from last week, I noticed the lumbar circles were the most challenging, and that's what we're going to focus on this week. So we're going to do some assessments. We're going to test our forward bend, kind of retest from last week, see where we're at, and we're going to add a rotation test too as well. And these are all things I want you guys to note down because it's good to use as an assessment for yourself. And then we're going to go into lumbar control and mobility for the lumbar spine. So we'll basically work on the lumbar spine circles that we did from last week. And the idea is going to be to really isolate the lumbar spine from the pelvis and upper back, just trying to feel those areas a little bit better. So we'll focus on that. And then our workout, 4 rounds for reps, a little bit of a different style, different movements that we don't usually do in a workout. This one's going to be 2 minutes of farmer carries in an infinity walk drill or style. So this is going to involve a lot of peripheral awareness, vision, balance, a lot of stability. So we're going to do that for 2 minutes. And then we're going to go for 2 minutes of alternating throwing and catching. So we're going to grab a tennis ball and we're going to throw it against the wall. We're going to actually set up some like taped targets, and I want you to count every time you get that ball to touch within the target as your as a rep for yourself. So we got some conditioning, we got some balance, we got some accuracy, some vision work in today. So there's a lot of good kind of attributes to this workout today. We're getting challenging different physical skills. And then finally, or actually, I shouldn't say finally, second last workout of the week, we're going to work on our conditioning. I said we're going to focus on the synchronization of our movements and our breathing together. So we're going to practice just air squatting, 5 sets of 5. We're going to breathe in on the way down, and then breathe out on the way up. We're doing 3 seconds of breathing in, 3 seconds of breathing out for 5 reps. And then I want you to kind of rest as needed in between. So the idea is to kind of work on the breathing cycle of your squats and trying to synchronize that with your movement. So it is a skill. There's some coordination involved in that. And the ideal goal being starting to combine and being aware of how you're moving and like how you're breathing at the same time, trying to synchronize those two. Then we're going to use that as a way to kind of warm up for ourselves for the workout. We got 25 minutes, 10/8 calories on the assault bike, 9 deadlifts, 7 med ball front squats, and 5 med ball overhead press. And then when you're done that, you're going to walk for 2 minutes, just kind of actively moving around, trying to catch your breath before you go back to the top and repeat that. So the goal of this workout is more the endurance, pacing, especially in those 2 minutes. You're just trying to catch your breath, not coming to a full stop, just moving consistently before we come back into it again. So for these 4 movements, we're hitting it hard. And then those 2 minutes of walking is just to catch your breath. After Saturday, remember, you guys got Sunday too. This is our community day, so everybody's welcome to come in. This one is in pairs or individual. Same idea, AMRAP 25. In this one, we got 30 med ball wall throws, 20 dumbbell hang dumbbell snatch plus 1 push press, and then a 400/300 meter row. So we got our RX up here and our scale over here. If you're doing it in teams, you can multiply the reps by 1.25 so that you can get a little bit more and kind of be a little more comparable to the individuals, or you can keep it as the same. Honestly, today is about getting yourself moving, getting your body, get a good sweat on, feeling good going into the end of your weekend there. So that's the point of the workout for Sundays going forward, and today specifically is going to be kind of on endurance. So this is what we're going to work on. We got a little bit of weightlifting, we got a little bit of conditioning, all mixed in together. All in all, let's have fun on this day and call it a good week. So hope you guys enjoy the week and you're prepped to go into this following week. And we'll see you guys at the gym. Have a good one.